I would like to welcome everyone to the North Carolina Sheriff's Association Annual Banquet. We are glad everyone's here. This is a beautiful day, a beautiful venue, and I hope you have an enjoyable time. Please stand for the presentation of colors by the Carteret County Sheriff's Office Color Guard. Sheriff Asa Buck of Carteret County, our incoming president, will be joined by his wife, Katina, and their children, Kristen and Asa.
The sheriff's the chief law enforcement officer in the county. He executes civil and criminal process and carries out judicial mandates within the county. When Sheriff Buck was elected 8 years ago, we had some unfortunate matters involved in our sheriff's department in Carteret County. The sanctity of our legal system was undermined. Sheriff Buck put together a staff headed by his chief deputy, Ken Rayford, and Sheriff Buck leading from the front restored confidence in our judicial system, benefiting all of the citizens of Carteret County, and most particular, those citizens working in the judicial system, including myself. I promise you that Sheriff Buck will serve this Sheriff's Association with the same vigor, confidence, and honesty and drive that he so ably helped the citizens of Carteret County with. So it's with great pleasure that I'm here tonight and I have the opportunity to call Sheriff Buck to take the oath of office. Sheriff Buck, if you would step forward, put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. Do you, Sheriff Asa B. Buck III, solemnly swear that you will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association and the offices, institutions, and authorities which are now or may hereafter be established for the government thereof, so help you God?
I do, so help me God.
Do you, Sheriff Asa B. Buck III, solemnly swear on behalf of the people of this state, your fellow sheriffs, and yourself that you will support, protect, and defend the ancient and honorable office of sheriff from any incursion or diminution by any authority whatsoever, to the end that the people may secure to themselves the benefits of elected law enforcement, so help you God?
I do, so help me God.
Do you, Sheriff Asa B. Buck III, solemnly swear that you will truly and faithfully execute the office of President of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Sometimes when people tell lies on you, it's one thing, it's another when somebody tells the truth on you. I don't know what you've done tonight here. Might be a little bit of a gray area.
I promise you I told the truth.
Thank you, sir.
I'm no longer a lawyer.
That's right, you're a judge. No offense, Alan. A token of our appreciation, we'd like to present to you this clock in appreciation to Superior Court Judge John E. Nobles, Jr. for administering the oath of office to me, Sheriff Asa B. Buck III,
President of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association, July 29, 2014. I can tell you, Judge, you've been a friend a long time, and I'm very pleased and very honored to have you here with us tonight, and for you to do that for me is an extreme honor, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
This time, my wife Sherry has a special presentation for the new First Lady of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association, Katina Buck.
Good evening. I want to thank you for allowing me the honor of being the 2013-2014 First Lady of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. This past year has been a wonderful experience and one which I will never forget. Tonight, I want to congratulate Katina Buck, the new 2014-2015 First Lady of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. I would like now to present to Mrs. Buck a necklace with the inscription, North Carolina Sheriff's Association First Lady 2014-2015. I hope you enjoy wearing your necklace with honor and distinction as much as I have. I wish you and President Buck the very best in the coming year. Congratulations and God bless.
Paul Bonsall of Ware Bonsall Architects has a special presentation to our incoming president.
On behalf of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association, Ware Bonsall Architects, and ADW Architects, it's my honor to present this small token of our esteem and our appreciation. And thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Retired Sheriff Richard Hurley of Southern Health Partners has a special presentation to our incoming president.
Thank you, Sheriff Fry. I want to thank you for the service you gave for the last year. You have proved that a sheriff in the mountains can come to Raleigh and run a great organization. It's my honor to present Sheriff Asa Buck a beautiful President's ring. Y'all can see this? I wanted to try it on while ago, it's pretty, but I was afraid I couldn't get it off. Sheriff Buck, it's an honor to present you with your President's ring for being President of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. I know that you will make a great president. I know Sheriff Buck personally. I've been to his office. I've seen what kind of office he runs. He's going to make you a great president, and it's an honor to present him with his President's ring. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you to Sheriff Hurley and Southern Health Partners for providing the President's ring to the incoming president. Senator Norm Sanderson and Representative Pat McElrath have a special presentation for Sheriff Buck. Would you please come to the podium?
Representative McElrath is one of those senior appropriations chair that the governor was talking about that was up till 4 o'clock this morning and is still in session trying to iron out the last few details of our budget. I do want to thank Sheriff Fry and Vice President Caldwell for giving me a couple of minutes and adding me to the agenda tonight. You know, it's amazing how things that go around come around. I remember back in the early 70s, I served in Pamlico County as a deputy sheriff for about 5 years, and I think I started out at about a $12,000 a year salary. And now 40 years after 40 years of experience, I find myself in the North Carolina General Assembly serving for about the same amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you which one I thought was the hardest job. I will tell you that when I was with the Sheriff's Department, I had something on my side that kind of equalized all of the conversations I had to have And sometimes I wish I had one in the General Assembly also. Maybe that'll be the next law we pass. But before I left Raleigh today, we had a vote in the Senate and the House, and it was unanimous that we were very honored to have Sheriff Buck serve this association for a year. Now, granted, there were only two of us that voted. Senator McElrath voted in the House, and I voted in the Senate, but it was unanimous. And we were very pleased. I don't think that this association could have made a better choice. And I do have a special certificate of acknowledgement and congratulations from myself and Representative McElrath. And this says, whereas Asa Buck has been an outstanding citizen of North Carolina who has faithfully served as Carter County Sheriff for the past 8 years, and whereas Asa Buck has served Carter County and the state of North Carolina at large with integrity, commitment, and a tremendous dedication to the betterment of his community, and whereas Asa Buck has provided exemplary leadership for the people of Carter County. Now, therefore, this 29th day of July in the year 2014, myself and Representative Pat McElrath to extend their most sincere congratulations to Sheriff Asa Buck as he assumes the office of President of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. Asa, we look forward to working with you. I do want to ask one question, though. I thought that the county gave the sheriff a gun.
At this time, it's my privilege to present the incoming president's plaque and gavel to Asa Buck. But before I do, I have a few comments. Sheriff Buck, as you accept this plaque and gavel, it symbolizes your acceptance of leadership to the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. I've had the great pleasure of working with you over the past few years, and I know beyond any doubt this association is in very capable hands. I know you to be a wonderful servant leader, and you will have both mine and the other sheriffs' full support. There is so much wisdom, knowledge, and experience within these walls tonight, and all are here to assist you in any way possible. I know you have that coastal brogue, and sometimes we have a difficult time understanding you, because unlike me, you don't use proper English like y'all and yuns, and on occasions he's asked me where yonder is. But we will all make an extra effort to understand him. I know you're a man of God, and I know that God has sent you to lead us at this time. I believe God calls people to be in the position of sheriff and all the positions like this which come with our office. I have so much peace and comfort knowing that you are a godly man, a family man, and a man who treasures the office of sheriff. I sincerely offer my best wishes to you as you begin this life-changing journey, and though sometimes the path may be rough, you will never regret your travel. You will always remember this, your first step. Congratulations to you and Katina and your whole family.
Now I get to return the favor. I'd like to present the North Carolina Sheriff's Association President's Award to you, the outgoing president of our association, Kevin Fry. Now, let me read this real quick. Presented in special tribute and appreciation to Sheriff Kevin Fry of Avery County for outstanding leadership and dedication as president of the North Carolina Sheriff's Association 2013-2014. And I would echo the part that says outstanding leadership and dedication. Strangely enough, over the past several days, just about everybody's come up to me and asked me about my speech, and they told me to keep it under an hour, and then they kept whittling on down even past that. Which anybody knows me, I'm kind of like one of those old-timey sirens. It takes it a little while to wind up, and then it takes a little while to wind back down. But probably gonna speed read these comments, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And like they said on the Andy Griffith Show with the Darlings, just hold on. I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight, and I'd like to start off by recognizing several people that need to be thanked for their work in making this conference such a success, and then also a few folks who I want to recognize who were here for the swearing-in ceremony in particular. First of all, I would like to thank our host Sheriff Jerry Manette and his wife Debbie and the members of the Craven County Sheriff's Office for all their hard work putting together a fantastic training conference. Sheriff Manette, I would like to offer you my most sincere thanks for agreeing to host our conference once again here in Newbern. This really means a lot to me. The convenience of being able to drive 45 minutes up the road to come here tonight really made it a lot easier for many of my family and guests to be here, and I can't thank you and your staff enough. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Also, a number of members of the Carter County Sheriff's Office have worked with our association staff and members of the Craven County Sheriff's Office to plan this conference. I would like to thank Chief Deputy Ken Raper for heading up this effort, the members of our color guard, and everyone else from my office who worked to organize this conference. Next, I would like to thank Executive Vice President Eddie Caldwell and our association staff. Thank you all for the great work you've done this year, as every year, in putting together a fabulous training conference. Let us all please show our appreciation with a round of applause for everyone who's worked so hard. I'd like to thank the Honorable Judge John Nobles for conducting the swearing-in ceremony this evening. Judge Nobles, it's rare to find a man of your stature who is so humble. Your friendship and kindness over the years has meant the world to me and my family. You've sworn me in twice as sheriff so far, and now tonight as president. And since I'm fortunate enough to be running unopposed for the next term, I'm looking forward to you doing it again in December. Thank you. No one gets elected to the office of sheriff purely on their own talent and work. It takes a lot of support from a lot of people. I'm very proud to have a number of family friends, co-workers, and supporters here with me tonight. Thank you all for believing in me, supporting, and working with me along the way. We've come a long way and done a lot of good over the past 8 years, and I'm so proud to have many of you here with me tonight. My biggest supporters, of course, are my wife, Katina, and our children, Kristen and Asa. Now, they've had a lot to put up with me before I became sheriff, and you can imagine they've had a lot more to put up with ever since. Kristen and Asa, I've watched you both grow in so many ways over the years, and I want you both to know how proud Katina and I are of both of you. To my beautiful wife, Katina, I especially want to thank you for putting up with me every day, and for being my partner and being my best friend. I love you more than you know. I'm the son of a commercial fisherman father and a mother who worked every job she could to support me. I had the best grandparents a boy could ever have. Granddaddy, I can't express to you enough how much of an impact you've had on my life. Mom, Dad, Granddaddy, thank you for all you've done for me. I'm most thankful to have the three of you here with me tonight. To the members of the Carter County Sheriff's Office, my team, I'd like for you all to stand up, please. I'd like to say thank you for all you have done and continue to do for our county. I'm so proud to be your sheriff and to work alongside each and every one of you. I enjoy every day that I go to work, and in large part, you are the reason why. Now, family support certainly is important, but every sheriff in here will tell you that they are who they are, not on account of what they do, but on account of what their folks do. I appreciate every one of you. I love you, and thank you for all being here. Sheriff Fry and Sheriff Perry, I would like to thank you again for your service as president and as chairman of the executive committee this past year. It has been my honor to serve with you both on this journey, and I look forward to what we will all accomplish in the future. To the other members of the Executive Committee, I want to thank you all for your service and to let you know how much I appreciate each of you, your friendship, and what I have learned from you over the years. My time working with you has made me a better and a wiser person. I know we will continue to do great things for this association and for our state. I'd like to recognize some others who are in attendance. I'd ask them to stand again. They've already been recognized once. My special guest from the state legislature who's taken the time to be here with us tonight. Again, Senator Norman Sanderson and Senator Buck Newton, and Representative McElrath wanted to be here, but she's busy in Raleigh working for the people. And thank you all for your service, and we very much appreciate having you here with us. I'm also very proud and honored to have 5 out of the 7 Carteret County Commissioners here with us tonight. Vice Chairman Robin Comer, Commissioners Greg Lewis, Bill Smith, Elaine Crittenden, and Jimmy Farrington. And they are joined by Carteret County Manager Russell Overman, County Attorney Rob Wheatley, our Finance Director Dee Mashaw, Finance Officer James Charlesworth, and Assistant County Manager Chris Turner. Thank you all for working with me to serve the citizens of Carteret County and for being here with us tonight. I consider you all part of my team. Thank you. In order to have good law enforcement, we need good prosecutors. I'd like to recognize District Attorney Scott Thomas. I don't think that you could find a better working relationship between a law enforcement agency and a district attorney's office as we have here. We are also very proud that our district attorney has been elected to serve as vice president of the North Carolina Conference of District Attorneys. Scott, thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for all the fine work that you and your folks do for us. To the sheriffs who will be leaving office this fall, we would like to thank you for your service and the commitment and sacrifices made by you and your families in order to serve the citizens of your counties and our great state. Your contributions are greatly appreciated. Like most in our country, I have had a lot of opportunities and a lot of help along the way. I'm so thankful for being able to live the American dream. I'm just a little boy from Beaufort who didn't come from much financially speaking, but who had the good luck to come from good people. My grandfather refers to it as coming from good stock. I was raised in a small community where respect mattered and your word was your bond. I was surrounded by a loving family with lots of relatives on both sides. You know, it's kind of funny, some people say that you can't get elected by just your family, but in Carteret County, there might be an exception in my case. I got into law enforcement because I wanted to make a difference. I sought the office of sheriff because I wanted to help people, better my community, and make a difference on a larger scale. At the tender age of 29, I began the hard work to achieve that goal. I campaigned for 18 months, knocking on over 5,000 doors, meeting with people, soliciting their support, and earning their trust and confidence. Now, I'm convinced that my first election was not won on my platform, but rather on my work ethic. I constantly heard people say that if he works half as hard as our sheriff as he has campaigning, we think he'll do just fine. And I was honored when they elected me as their sheriff, making me the youngest sheriff in the state at the age of 31. A couple weeks after the election in 2006, 32 of us started our first week of the Sheriff's Leadership Institute. From the very first day, I was very much impressed with this association. We met, networked, and began building lasting relationships with incumbent sheriffs and our fellow new sheriffs. It cannot be overstated how important and effective the Sheriff's Leadership Institute training has been for all of us who have taken it, newly elected sheriffs and veteran sheriffs alike. From day one, I've been impressed with the work of the staff of our association and the leadership provided by our Executive Vice President, Eddie Caldwell. Nearly 8 years later, I continue to be impressed with the professionalism and the value of this association. To be a sheriff is a high honor, and to be the president of such a great association of sheriffs is another great honor, and I thank you for your faith in me and your trust. I won't let you down. Along the way, I've been instructed that the president has numerous duties, some ceremonial and some not so ceremonial. One of these duties is to serve as the face of the association. Well, I'm sorry you couldn't find one a little bit better than mine, but don't worry, because it'll get better next year when Peter gets in charge. But I do promise to have this face out there every chance I get, telling the citizens about the important work of the sheriffs across this state and the work of this association. It's not good enough for us to know the good works that we do. We have to push this information out for public consumption. If we don't tell our story, who will? And if someone else does, will it be an accurate depiction of the work we do? Now, I don't plan on going around just tooting our own horn, but rather informing our citizens, our honorary members, and our friends and partners in the legislature that the North Carolina Sheriff's Association is an organization that is truly making a difference in this state. Our association has a tremendous story to tell, and we have thousands upon thousands of supporters from the mountains to the Outer Banks who are eager to hear what we have to say and who stand ready to help us in our mission. When sheriffs have the support of their citizens, they can accomplish great things and make a big difference. When this association has the confidence and support of the people of North Carolina, we are a force to be reckoned with. We have a choice. We can sit back and allow others to determine our course and shape events, or we can take the helm of leadership, determine our own course, and steer our state in the right direction. We have the opportunity, but we must seize the opportunity and act. Now, this will not be accomplished by sitting on the sidelines and letting others do all the work. It will take a collective effort by all of us. Tonight is not a pep rally, but rather a call to action. To be truly effective, we can't just sit here tonight and slap each other on the back and be proud of being sheriff and then go back home to our offices when the conference is over and go about our daily lives. I know we're all busy with our offices and our own issues in our home counties, but we can't isolate ourselves behind county lines. These days, being a sheriff is about more than simply what we do at home. As sheriffs, we are more than simply county officials. We affect law enforcement and public safety policy on the state and national level. One of the main missions of this association is to affect legislation, supporting the enactment of good law and hopefully preventing bad law from being enacted. One thing is for certain: if we only pay attention to what is going on at home and neglect what is happening in Raleigh and Washington, D.C., then we are going to allow others to determine how and in the manner we do our jobs at home. Speaking to the country in his first inaugural address, President Ronald Reagan said, "We must act today in order to preserve tomorrow." As sheriffs, I believe those words should inspire us to work today in order to protect our tomorrows. Now, I understand that to many of you I'm preaching to the choir, but this message needs to go out to all sheriffs. Those who are not in attendance tonight, letting them know how much we need them, and also to reinforce the commitments made by those of us who are in attendance here tonight. At our fall meeting last year, 64 sheriffs were in attendance. At the spring meeting earlier this year, 61 sheriffs attended. 72 sheriffs registered to come to this conference. And just as important, if not more so, at this year's legislative day, only 41 sheriffs attended. My friends, we should do better, we can do better, and with your help, we will do better. We need you at our conferences. We need you to show up and participate at Legislative Day. We need you to attend the regional meetings. We need you to call and visit your legislators when important issues arise. We need you to send personnel to training sponsored by this association. This association needs you. We all know there is strength in numbers, and there is no reason why our number shouldn't be 100, or at least close to it. What a day that would be if we could get all 100 sheriffs together at one time. Imagine for a moment all 100 North Carolina sheriffs standing together, united as one. What a powerful image that would be, and a message it would send. It can be done, but it will take the effort of all 100 to do it. I'd like to take a moment and ask every sheriff in attendance to please stand. Look around the room and identify sheriffs from neighboring counties. Do you see anybody missing? Thank you. Take a seat. My fellow sheriffs, I ask you tonight to make a commitment to make sure those who are here tonight are in attendance at every other association conference or meeting this year. And for those who are missing, please make an effort to contact them and encourage them to attend future meetings of this association. Remind them the work we do through this association benefits all sheriffs. So it only makes sense that all sheriffs participate. As I close, I want to remind you that I'm only one sheriff and can only do so much. The success or failure of our association depends less on me and more on you, the other 99. Let's join together tonight in a commitment to work together and make this the most productive year this association has seen. Together, we can do it. As for me, I make the same promise to you tonight as I made to the citizens of Carteret County when I first ran for sheriff. Being the best sheriff of our county was a matter of opinion, but being the hardest working sheriff was a matter of effort. I vow to you that I will put my maximum effort into my tenure as president of this association. I ask you for your support by making a commitment to do your part and make this a great year for the North Carolina Sheriff's Association. Once again, I thank you for being here. I ask for your help over the next 12 months, as well as your prayers, as together we strive to make the North Carolina Sheriff's Association the best and most effective organization of its kind in the nation. Thank you all, and God bless you.